Hey guys, Sonic Eggman here reviewing the arcade monster classic, Rampage. In 1986, big monster movies were all the rage. King Kong Lives was released in the cinemas. The famed King Kong ride at Universal Studios had just opened, scaring the crap out of adults and kids alike. The American adaptation of Godzilla was released the year previous, as was Teen Wolf. Teen Wolf wasn't a particularly big monster, but he could do a slam dunk, and there was a penis hidden in that movie too, so that's got to count for something. So, the scene was set for a big monster video game to, for lack of a better word, smash onto the scene. Enter Rampage, the no-holds-barred monster mash with 3 mutated giant monsters as a playable protagonist. My personal favourite character was always Ralph. First, he's a wolf. Second, he closes his eyes every time he punches something. And third, he was created by a fat man eating genetically altered wieners. Any creature created by eating junk food both gets my approval and my sympathy. One of the only real criticisms for this game I had was the lack of soundtrack. Luckily, most arcades had a whole bunch of other machines firing off at the same time to drown that out, but I only really noticed it once I played it at home. The real appeal for playing this game, and the reason it stood the test of time, is its sense of humour. At no point does it take itself seriously, and that's what makes it so fun. The other 2 characters are George, a King Kong-like giant gorilla created with experimental vitamins, and Lizzie, a Godzilla creature transformed by swimming in a radioactive lake. I'm going to say this unashamedly, Lizzie is a bit of a babe, both as a lizard and a human. Your job whilst playing this game is to survive as long as possible while smashing various city buildings. Along the way you can eat, or at least attempt to eat, everything that tries to stop you or takes your interest. Explosives included. Do you think army men are delicious? The monsters seem to be really into eating men in uniform and way less into eating electronics. A bit of history on this game. Brian Collum, the designer who came up with the concept for Rampage, wanted to create a game that had no wrong way to play it. This choice actually really comes through with the gameplay, and even as a kid I remember being more focused on having fun rather than trying to rush through the levels or trying to get a high score. This game would have been one of the first I ever saw with more than 2 player inputs, maybe second to Gauntlet. Having 3 friends clambering around on skyscrapers, destroying things, and being able to punch each other was unreal. It might have also been one of the first games I played with friendly fire turned on. Most games, at least at some point, turned into a punching match with extra sting if you could eat the other person when they unmutated back to their original human form. I'm playing this version on the Midway Arcade Origins on the Xbox 360. There are some classic arcade games in this collection that definitely deserve some attention if classic games are your thing. It's all the charm of the old dingy arcades without the greasy controls and dollars lost. That was the original arcade version of Rampage. Thanks for watching guys, as always hit like and subscribe at the bottom. Sonic Eggman out.